Good morning from the ridge.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, y'all.
We are coming to you from the basement at White Rock Homestead. That, is the only place that isn't real windy right at the moment. So, yeah, and we're sorry we're getting this out late. We've just been enjoying time with our guests and Benay and Eric. Yay.
Yay.
I know,
We've
right?
got a lot of catching up to do.
I know. We were up so late last night, y'all. Like, we beat the men of staying up late.
It was a shocker, y'all, because she's normally in bed early, but that's, because, as you know, she wants to be up before the chickens and make sure they're doing their job, I guess, so. But, yeah, last night it was, Eric tapped out, said, nope, I'm done.
He did.
It was about 3 minutes later, I went, he's on a good plan, I'm out of here, too.
And we just stayed up and still
It was
got
about almost 2, I think. It was almost time to do morning chores when we went in.
But it was beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
I don't regret it at all. And we were no more than got to bed that a storm rolled in. Of course, he was out. So I'm running through the house trying to close all the windows. And then I no more than get laid back down and the national alert system goes off because I didn't know the reason. And I was like, babe, your phone's going off. It's an alert. And he's like, that's my alarm. And I was like, whatever, blow me away. I'll just roll down the ridge and it's whatever. I'm too tired. But yeah, there was I didn't see any storm damage.
Yeah, I re-looked at the alert warning and it showed more of kind of a couple towns over from us. So we didn't, other than some rain, and it made everything
Muddy.
nice and muddy again.
Sappy.
So they came well prepared. They have their muck boots. They're not rookies to mud and dirt, and so. But it was a great night last night. I had another fire. Y'all know that's gonna happen, right?
I thought it was too windy. Even Benay thought it was too windy.
It calmed down.
It did. But we had a big fire, which we needed
Yeah.
to do. So, it is what it is. But what do you guys think of Arkansas?
It's nice.
It is very, very beautiful here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your first time to Arkansas?
Yes.
Nice. And you guys have quite more of a journey to go on your vacation.
Yep.
So.
We're gonna head out to Branson tomorrow and spend a couple days there, and then head back towards Indiana.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
She
make
brought
it home
me-
by Sunday.
She brought me a lot of really cool stuff, y'all. I'm gonna have to show it all on a live. What else she brought me? It was the sweetest thing too, because it's been 34 years since we've gotten to see each other, and she made me up this gift basket of, she wanted to have 34 things in it to signify every year that we missed out on each other's lives. So it was just the sweetest thing. And some beautiful, wait till you guys see it. It's just so cool. It's been a blessing. I think about you being here and the years we have lost, but also the years that we're catching up on.
Yeah.
And literally, I was making breakfast this morning before you came down, and I'm reliving the conversations in my head, and I start tearing up, and I start getting all weepy and stuff because I'm that overjoyed that you guys are here.
And we're very happy to be here. Glad we could come visit and meet Jason, and yeah, we're having a blast. So
And it's so fun because we've been sitting around talking. Eric and I actually have a lot of connections
yes.
in our previous life, if that's what you want to call it, from where I used to live and know the same people and know it's such a crazy small world.
Yep.
I don't know. It's awesome though.
Well, then that typically is how it works when you grow up in such a small town. Like all of us, kind of grew up. I wasn't as close as the three of them, but it still wasn't too far away. So there was a lot of places that we knew. It's that whole area up there is pretty
tight.
small town, no
tight,
matter
yeah.
where you go, whether it's Indiana, Ohio, or Michigan. So
Yeah.
someone's
it is.
afraid to get their paws muddy.
I know.
Come here. You want to get on?
Maya has a friend on the ridge also.
Come here, mate. Come on.
He's trying. What are you
He thinks it's a pond.
Come here.
Oh, you're silly. Come on. Come on. There you go.
Aw,
See you in
there
that
we
bed.
Although we did have a casualty of a full wine glass last night, thanks to
Yeah.
compliments of the tail.
Compliments of this right here.
Not a big surprise because Maya
Yeah.
does the same thing, and yeah, we were a little concerned, with Maya being the dominant female here on the ridge. It's kind of her spot. How she was going to act having another dog, but we were more nervous, I think,
Yeah.
than the guys were, but
For sure.
they did amazing. A couple moments where we're just like, be nice, be nice, be nice. But
Yep.
yeah, they did really good. It's been awesome having them here, and they wore themselves out playing and just being buddies, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Well, we still haven't seen Maya this morning, have we?
we haven't
No.
seen Jenna either.
No, Jenna's not
And-
working today, so I'm
Right.
sure she's gonna be sleeping most of the day, I'd imagine.
Yeah, playing catch up.
I did hear Maya bark a little bit when we went up in that area, but I was
yeah.
like, it's muddy out, and her favorite thing is to run and then jump up on you, but
Oh.
it's after she's covered in mud, and I was like, I don't want to do that this morning yet.
Yeah. And I know one of the biggest questions, Benay, did we remember any of our old cheers?
Oh gosh. I don't even think we got that far last night.
I think I did a little bit. I think I started to do the fight song because that is impregnated in my head because that was one we did over and over
Yeah.
every single Friday. And so I did remember a little bit of that, but I couldn't remember all everything that came after that.
Yeah.
And then I remembered this thingy a little bit. Like I couldn't get it all in, but
oh my goodness.
Benay was our flyer,
Oh.
and I was a base, and so me and our other friend Angie, we were this powerful team. And I remember when we went to cheerleading camp, everyone was surprised that we had a 3-person extension.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't believe that we could pull this off, and I mean, we ran like a well-oiled machine, and we tossed this girl everywhere. She was a trooper, but she always knew we'd catch her.
Yep,
Always knew we would catch her. And we did.
for sure.
Well,
Except for that one.
Except for that one time.
There's always that one time.
but it wasn't Angie and I, because we were on the other end, and it was supposed to be the other girls that were catching her. And yeah, we scrapped that plan real quick and went back to our threesome.
Yeah.
And did really well. And there was that year, I think at cheerleading camp, we made final 8.
Yeah.
Out of the whole, we were the smallest squad, and we made final 8, and we had to go up against some big
ones.
squads.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even get to compete in the final, because if you remember, it was our last one where they decided who was making final 8, and we were running because it was grass, and we were running out, and I was a tumbler, and so I was doing round off, back handspring, whatever. And there was a divot in the grass on the ground, and my elbow had gone in that direction, and I hyperextended my elbow, and they had to take me to medical, and they said I couldn't compete in the final 8.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
You have a good memory.
Yeah, and
So you were a hot mess
30.
even back then.
I was.
35 plus years.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
And
That's good.
that was so upsetting to me because that was also the year we were pushing for Peggy to get All-American.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to let the team down. And I knew that we had this 3-person extension. I don't even remember I don't think y'all extended. I think you just brought it to here because they wouldn't let me compete. And that was the most devastating. Well, okay, it wasn't the most devastating thing. The most devastating thing was the following year after you'd graduated, and we were headed towards final 8, and I was in the running for All-American, and I didn't get it, and I was so upset over it. I don't remember who got it that year, but oh man, what a letdown. What a letdown, but.
It wasn't me, I didn't get it.
But just good times, you know?
Yeah.
And it feels like it was just yesterday,
It does.
but then again, it clearly wasn't.
No.
But it could be in our brains. Our minds are young,
Yeah.
and we want that again.
I'm just glad they didn't hit enough sauce that they were going to try to do cartwheels and back handsprings out here on the...
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Big Booty Judy can't turn those tumbles. It was like with each baby, I lost a tumbling skill. Because like after I had Jacob, I could still do a back handspring. I could still do an aerial. I could still do front walkovers, back walk, all of that. And then after I had Zach, I couldn't get booty duty rotated enough to do an aerial, so I lost that skill. For those that don't know, that's a no-handed cartwheel. And I lost that. I could not, no matter how hard I tried, I could not pull that off after child number 2. But I could still do a back handspring. By the time I had Jenna, I'd lost it all.
Yeah.
I'd lost it.
I don't even think I could do a tumble, like just a regular tumble on the ground anymore.
Tara tumbles still pretty well. It's
myself.
normally not on purpose,
yeah.
but
I can bounce like no other. I do when I fall,
geez.
and I can't remember if I talked about it before or not when I fell the other day, when my croc got stuck. Did we talk about that?
I don't know. It's just a regular occurrence. It just feels normal, I guess.
And we weren't filming that day, so we didn't catch it, or I would have shown it. I would have left it in, but. Oh yeah, so sorry you guys that we did not get a coffee chat in yesterday. We had actually sat down and we filmed an entire coffee chat before Eric and Benay got here. And I was getting it uploaded and I was doing all the back end stuff to get it posted. And I accidentally deleted one of the slides for the back half of the coffee chat. And I was like, oh man, I screwed this up, and he's like, well, we can just reshoot it. And I'm like, fine, go ahead, set up the camera. But then I'm like, no, I can't because that's a second take.
Right. We're definitely, you guys know, we're just, hey, it's a one and done. You get what comes out of our mouth. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Like,
You're welcome.
And I don't like second takes. And even though it wouldn't be a second take verbatim because we don't have a script or anything, it wouldn't have been as authentic, and it's not as authentic as just hitting the press record and going with it. So I apologize there was no coffee chat. It's technical error on my part, but I'm actually not sorry. I mean,
Sorry, not sorry?
yeah, it gave us a chance
Yeah.
to prepare even more for their arrival, and so we can't tell exactly what we did or how it turned out, but the location y'all are staying in.
Oh, yeah.
How's it doing?
Oh, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. These two are great hosts, and it's got goodies in there, and the fridge is stocked, and everything's just so clean, and bedding, and we
Yay.
slept great last night. Had our own coffee maker and made coffee this morning, and Tara made us biscuits and gravy, which, so yummy.
Yeah.
So yummy.
And
I'm
tomorrow
gonna take
we'll
her
have
home with me
skillets.
so she can cook for me every day.
And I wouldn't mind that. And I think the cool thing about it too is, when we come up north, now we have another place to
Yep.
slide into, and
Absolutely.
just so grateful, to be able to have this opportunity to spend time with you guys. It's just
Thank you.
awesome.
yeah, and it was,
Yeah,
Eric and I
that's
actually
great.
got to take a ride on the Polaris. We went down and I took him to the backside of the property down through the creek. And of course it was before we got the rain last night, but I don't think it was enough to really change the water level probably, so, but.
I don't know how much it rained, but it sure was windy.
It was.
Yeah.
I thought we
The
were
only-
going to go sailing in the Nugget.
So luckily it's not damaged, but the only thing that I did see that was not in its correct position was the wind was enough, it actually shifted the head of the sawmill off the
Oh.
tracks.
Really?
Yeah, it did, because I need to put a strap on it to hold it in place because it's just out there in the open in the wind. And the wind must have shoved it hard enough from one direction to the other, because that being open, it makes that whirlwind in there. And it must have shoved it up against one of the stops that I had up, and it knocked it off. Eric and I had to grab it and set it back on the rails.
Oh, that could have been bad.
Yeah.
That could have been real bad.
And I'd been over there because I was checking where we did the fire, and I was debating because, well, we're going to hit the sawmill today, guys. We're going to get it over there and mill up some logs, play a little bit.
Yeah.
I somehow got the log that's on it. I did load a log before we filmed this. We haven't cut nothing yet, but I need to take the chainsaw because somehow it's over 17 foot long. So it needs to come down to the 16 life.
Wow.
Yeah, so we'll nip that off, and it doesn't look like a super great log. It's the log company's grapple. You can see where it like chewed the sides. So we might get a
Might be a
couple
lot of wood
2x4s
waste.
or something, but
Hey, well, y'all know the 2x4s are what we need.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were really hoping to be further along in the build of the
So
studio.
cute.
You're so
Because it was so funny when Benay and I first started talking about them coming down. I'm like, we should have the YouTube studio done by then, so you can, if you want to stay in the YouTube studio, you can, or the Nugget will be available. Yeah, we don't even have a floor on it yet.
Good
but-
thing they didn't plan on being in the studio. I mean, it's well ventilated right now.
It's very well ventilated.
Yeah.
Might not be so comfy on the back trying to space yourself laying in between the floor joists, but
Yeah, but it'll be fun whatever we do. We left the option open to these guys on, anything and all things are possible. So, do you want to go somewhere? Do you want to kayak? Do you want to build? Do you want to project? Do you want to hang out? Do you just want to sit and chill? And we're just gonna go with it.
Yep.
Whatever. And we got
Can't wait to see that.
the Sawmill.
The Sawmill, right?
It is
yeah.
super. There's actually something very therapeutic about it. It's almost hypnotizing because you start watching the blade and you start watching it cut through the wood, and it's. I love it. Like
Yeah,
I think it's extremely like.
and I'm
relaxing.
excited to let them have the opportunity to run it and get some lumber milled up. I mean, we've got a whole pile of logs, so why not get to play with the toys? I mean, tools. I don't like they both start with T.
Yeah, we're gonna have a cookout later. I got some hamburger thawing, so we'll be able to throw together some good vittles for lunch. And I don't know what we're gonna do for supper, but there's gonna be plenty of leftovers that it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, and I tried the sourdough for the first time, and we made bagels. And
yummy.
They got a little overproofed. I think that was my mistake because they didn't really hold their shape very well. They kind of went, but the flavor is amazing. And
So good.
Yeah. So I've got all of those. I don't know if my starter rises again, we might do some stretch and folds. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Some what?
Some stretch and
I was
folds.
gonna.
That's what happens to me every time I stand up.
It's a sourdough thing. It kind of takes the place of kneading.
I thought you were like making the bed or something. Like that. I don't know.
No, it takes the place of kneading the dough, because with sourdough, the way the connections make within the dough, it's not a kneading thing. You gotta stretch it and fold it, and stretch it and fold it, and then you turn it and stretch. Yeah.
Sounds like a ball of fun.
It is. It's a ball, and it becomes fun, and then you get to eat it.
And then you
so.
get to eat it, and it tastes so
I
yummy.
think Eric and I will find something a little more entertaining to do while she's stretching and folding.
Well, I don't have to because I mean the I need it to be easy.
Yeah.
So it needs to be just gonna keep trying out different things because it's gotta fit in the lifestyle of, working. And I can't be Susie Homemaker and just sit in the kitchen all day doing stretch and folds as much as I'd like to. Is that kind of like the nip and the tuck or the
nip and tuck?
What's the Elle Woods one? I don't know what she says.
Bend and snap.
Yeah, the bend and snap. But other than that, guys, we're just hanging out. We don't have a huge amount of wisdom or I don't know. Maybe we do. Eric, what
Words of
wisdom you got?
I would say if it's raining outside, you should probably wear a raincoat.
Okay. That is probably
And rain boots.
Yeah, and rain boots.
Mud boots.
Babe, what's your words of wisdom for today?
Oh, words are hard, y'all.
Yep.
Don't fall down harder than you did the last time.
I wasn't sure where you were going with
I
that.
didn't know where I was going with it either. I told you, brain, mouth, exit. There's no.
But hey, do you have any words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. We need to get in the greenhouse and check the plants.
We do. That's
I'll tell
something
you,
we
it's
need to
looking real good in there.
It's already muggy. I walked in there to get a stool out of it, and I was like, I can't breathe.
I'm so excited, guys, because frost date is coming up. So if today's the 2nd, I think our frost date is in 5 more days. So I can actually start getting all the tubs ready to get everything moved out that's coming out of the greenhouse, and it needs to because it's growing in there.
Oh, it's growing.
So we'll spend some time
Yeah.
in the greenhouse this morning just getting things watered and looking over everything. And yeah, jumping on the mill because it's some cool stuff. But
Yep.
all right, you ready to get to work?
Let's do it.
All righty. Thank you
Have a
guys for
great
being
day.
here.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.